Live from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN Television News. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
We are taking pride in outstanding performance. We are encouraging and recognizing innovation. We are committed to continuously doing things better, with enhanced services coming soon. Yes, we are here for you. Check us out today for your financial need. GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
This is the GBN Television News for today, Friday, May 28th, 2021. I am Beverly Telesford. In the headlines, assailants escape with an undisclosed amount of cash following robbery with violence at the Victoria gas station. Health officials tell parents and guardians to anticipate a shortage of childhood vaccines. Prime Minister vows to tackle sexual exploitation of children, and House of Representatives approved remote working legislation that will allow non-nationals to be employed remotely in the state of Grenada. And around the globe, a High Court judge in Dominica rules that an Indian fugitive cannot be immediately deported. And more than 80 candidates in Mexico murdered ahead of next month's local elections. Coming up in sports, Palms playing field in Birch Grove finally on the receiving end of drainage construction and resurfacing. Details after this message.
Get high making money moves with the NLA's new Aces High Scratch game with 4 chances to win. Beat the dealer's card to win the prize shown. Reveal an A symbol. And just like that, you are automatically a winner. Scratch away to win the top prize of $10,000. Win easy with Scratch. Must be 18 or older to play.
Good evening, this is GBN News at 7. Health officials say stocks in childhood vaccines are close to their expiration date. Added to that, shipment of new supplies to Grenada may experience some delays. Minister for Health Nicholas Steele is calling on parents to make optimum use of stocks available before it expires, guided by the principle of safety first. Details in this report.
It is a prerequisite in Grenada for children to be immunized to be accepted into the school's system. According to the Public Health School Children Immunization Act, no child shall be admitted as a pupil to a primary, pre-primary, private schools or all-age school unless a certificate of immunization is presented to the principal concerning every communicable disease. Vaccination of children as early as the first 6 weeks of their life is mandatory in Grenada. These include vaccinations against measles, mumps and rubella, diphtheria, tetanus, and polio. However, in recent weeks, reports surface of a shortage or a delay in mandatory childhood vaccines. Minister for Health Nicholas Steele admits that the present stock is close to its expiration date.
I am aware of current stocks or previous stocks coming close to their expiration date. So therefore, the community health nurses deciding not to use those and wait for new stock. So that may have resulted in some delays for individuals who were looking to take their vaccinations for their children, but I think still within the allowed window for that, and follows the general principle of safety first always.
Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sean Charles explained the reason for the delay.
Be aware that COVID-19 has caused lots of disruptions, including supply chain issues. Now, what must also be made known is that many of these childhood vaccines are manufactured by the largest vaccine manufacturer in the world, which is the Serum Institute of India. So expect some delays due to the disruptions caused by COVID, and some of the disruptions in receiving these childhood vaccines have come from this very process.
Grenada, like other countries of the region, receives its supply of vaccines for children immunization through a PAHO facility called the PAHO Revolving Fund. Christelina John, GBN News.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell has expressed grave concern about the sexual abuse of children. During a meeting on Wednesday with senior education officials, the issue of sexual exploitation of minors took the forefront. It was part of the Prime Minister's series of ministry engagements. We get the details in this report.
The Prime Minister has lamented the growing prevalence of child sexual abuse within the education system and has suggested a meeting be convened to determine the way forward. Dr. Mitchell said the sexual exploitation by vicious characters on children who are adversely affected is a grave issue they must address. Prime Minister Mitchell offered his service for a meeting of minds when the bureaucracy of the public service was flagged as an issue. He was highly critical of persons who are entrusted with the care of children would harm them and get away with it. The importance of psychological support for students was also a key talking point, particularly during the COVID-19 pandemic. Dr. Mitchell said teachers have become psychologists when they themselves need psychological support. Mention was made of the need to increase the number of counselors in the education system, and the Prime Minister gave support to this, saying it can be done without bloating the public service. On the subject of COVID-19 vaccination, the Prime Minister urged the education officials to lead by example by vaccinating and sending the right message to teachers and others involved in the education system. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
Cancers, hypertension and diabetes are among the leading cause of mortality and morbidity in the region. Citing this growing trend and seeking to find ways of preventing such, the Grenada Chronic Disease Commission was formed following a meeting with the Caribbean heads of government and heads of state in the region, looking specifically at areas of policy development, advocacy and research. Details in this report.
Not quite often consumers take time to read the nutrient content of packaged food items. This lack of knowledge has been blamed for the increasing number of chronic non-communicable diseases. Front of package warning labels. What is it?
Package warning label is actually one of a combination of policies which we have identified to tackle overweight, to tackle obesity, and to also tackle diet-related non-communicable diseases using the octagonal front of package warning labels to allow consumers to quickly, easily, and correctly identify packaged foods that are high in critical nutrients of concern.
Dr. Damian Graves, professor at the St. George's University, is chair of the National Chronic and Non-Communicable Disease Commission and director of Healthy Caribbean Coalition. He says there is a need to educate people on what they put into their bodies.
And therefore, we want to ensure that our health systems take that into account, that our ministries of health consider that the government at the highest level of decision-making understand the nexus, the connection, the link between non-communicable diseases and the pandemic. And therefore, it is imperative that we invest in what we call evidence-based policies and programs and the requisite research to prevent and treat obesity and non-communicable diseases. And one of the ways in which we can do it is with front of package warning labels to let people know that it is their human right to understand what they're consuming and to have the ability to say, no, we now want it.
A wide cross-section of organizations such as the Grenada Chronic Disease Commission, the Grenada Cancer Society and the Ministry of Health and others with similar interests in tackling chronic non-communicable diseases are on board. This is what he says their main objective is.
We want to voice our support for CARICOM's adoption of a front of package warning label standard ahead of the May 31st, 2021 voting deadline on the octagonal front of package 1 in label. So as soon as you see, almost like a stoplight, so you have that octagonal diagram or label which says high in salt, high in fats, high in oils. So at least people have the choice to make a decision in that regard. More importantly, we must look at it within the confines of the human rights of individuals to know what they are eating, to know the contents of what they are consuming and purchasing, and to be able to have the choice to say, no, this is too high in sugar, this is too high in salt, this is too high in fat, so we will not venture there.
Christina John, GBN News.
In other news, Grenada is creating incentives for stayover arrivals to prolong their visit as the House of Representatives approved a remote working legislation. The Remote Employment Bill 2021 will allow for non-nationals to be employed remotely in the state of Grenada. More in this developing story.
The Remote Employment Bill 2021 is now scheduled to be debated in the Upper House in early June. It will establish a remote local work permit regime suited for non-nationals who wish to be employed under contractual arrangements originating and relating solely to matters outside of the state of Grenada. Tourism Minister Clarice Modest-Corin said the bill will allow non-nationals to work remotely in Grenada for international and regional companies.
Method of working has become, is fast becoming the norm. It has become very common, and every time there's a forum on the future of tourism, it is one of the things that is talked about, working remotely. It is called, we call it commonly here, workation, because one can work and still have a vacation in the sense that they're in a different place, they will have time to explore, they can come in with their families, they can come in with their spouse, whichever side, and they can enjoy a different restful atmosphere while they carry on their work.
She said digital nomad is the term used to describe such visitors, noting it is a good generator of business for financially independent persons.
In our case, we have put a minimum or a minimum threshold for $100,000. I think it's EC. I will check that again, Mr. Speaker, but I think it is EC $100,000 per annum. So they must be earning that, and the source must be from outside and not inside our country. So they must have some serious source of income.
The minister said such visitors are expected to use official accommodations such as hotels, apartments, and guest houses.
The individual who wants to come are the individuals. It can be a couple, it can be a family. The individual can come with his or her dependents, and it can be a spouse, it can be a child under the age of 18 years, a person in respect of whom the main applicant or his or her spouse is the legal guardian. A parent or parents of this, any one of the spouses can also accompany them, and also a grandchild. So it makes room for a combination of family, and it allows family to stay together if that is necessary.
The tourism minister said cases of digital nomads are already occurring in Grenada. However, there is a need to formalize it. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
Officers attached to the Western Division are investigating a report of robbery with violence which occurred at the Victoria gas station on Thursday, 27th May 2021 at approximately 9 p.m. According to preliminary reports, the assailants escaped with an undisclosed amount of cash. The RGPF is requesting the assistance of the public as investigations continue into the matter. Anyone with information of the incident is asked to contact Police Emergency 911, Victoria Police Station 444-8424, Guelph Police Station 442-8224, or the nearest police station. This is News at 7. Coming up, farmers in St. David working towards re-establishing the Farm Watch program to tackle predial larceny. And GBN Entertainment delves into Green's Music to the World program addressing emotions. Stay with us.
Now is the time to treat yourself to a new Samsung A7 tablet for free. You heard me, free. Simply add your postpaid mobile plan to your new or existing all-in or all-in plus bundle and get a free Samsung A7 tablet. Now that's a real treat. So sign up today and add your postpaid plan to your home services to get your free tablet. Visit discoverflow.co for more information. Terms and conditions apply.
There's a reason we have been here to serve you for the past 40 years. A reason we have continued to grow. A reason we have continued to celebrate. That reason is you. We have been here to help you plan for your future and here to help you celebrate your achievements. We continue to be here even when the future seems unclear, because one thing is certain: you're the reason we care.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Sunday, May 30th, the deal or no deal madness continues in May. Get ready for another massive Waggity virtual bingo. And here now, this time you can win not 10, wait for it, US $15,000. $15,000 US up for grabs. Here's the best part. For 1 week, tickets will be sold at $10 US. Now that's a massive deal. But after, tickets will cost $15 US. No deal.
No deal.
So the question is, are you going to take the deal?
Mom, take the deal.
Wait now, partner, we ain't done. Cause coming to shell down the bingo. Get ready for a live performance from Grenada's hot sensation, Little Jello. Why not, Ginger? Don't run from me. Remember, if you're in Grenada, tickets are available at gotofed.com or from numerous box offices island-wide. If you're overseas, tickets are only available at gotofed.com. Sunday, May 30th is no ordinary Sunday. Get ready for Waggity Virtual Bingo.
Deal or no deal.
The safety and security of your information is always important to us. Ariza now offers chip cards, also known as EMV cards, which provide enhanced security for your purchases and are globally accepted. The new Ariza Credit Union Visa International Debit Card continues to have the traditional magnetic stripe with the additional security feature of a chip and can now be used at both chip and traditional magnetic stripe terminals. For your added protection, always keep your PIN private and store your chip card safely in a RFID pouch. Visit arizacu.com to learn more on how to protect your account information. Ariza Credit Union, your financial freedom, your future.
See the savings with Spice Isle Optical. Don't break the bank to get your focals. Classy, affordable eyewear. Service optimal. Our experienced technician works like a magician. Trust your sight with our company's vision, where your satisfaction is ever our mission. Mobile services, family packages, economical prices. Spice Isle Optical is where the deal is. Spice Isle Optical is located in Queen's Park, St. George's. For more information, contact us at 449-1588 or 440-0353.
It leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
There's a reason we have been here to serve you for the past 40 years. A reason we have continued to grow. A reason we have continued to celebrate. That reason is you. We have been here to help you plan for your future and here to help you celebrate your achievements. We continue to be here, even when the future seems unclear. Because one thing is certain, you're the reason we care.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Welcome back. Boca Secondary School will remain closed on Monday, May 31st due to an electrical issue at that institution. This notice was issued by the Ministry of Education on Friday evening. This is the fourth time Boca Secondary School had to close due to electrical issues. In September of 2019, the Ministry of Education issued a release notifying the public that the school will remain closed. Another notice was issued in November of 2019. In December, a meter exploded, forcing its early closure, and in January 2020, the ministry gave clearance for the resumption of classes. The ministry says it apologizes for any inconvenience which this may cause and is grateful for the kind cooperation and understanding of all stakeholders in this matter. Farmers in the parish of St. David will soon have an opportunity to voice their concerns to the lawmen in the area regarding predial larceny, as well as to put their 2 pence into how the Farm Watch program for the area can be re-established. Rena Perry-Thomas tells us more.
Ranking officers of the St. David district of the Royal Grenada Police Force is gearing up to combat predial larceny in the parish. Farmers and other interested individuals within the policing area are invited to a meeting scheduled for Wednesday, 2nd June 2021, aimed towards reigniting the St. David's Farm Watch program. Inspector Dominic Daniel, in charge of the St. David Police Station, spoke of the importance of this initiative.
Well, it's the issue of predial larceny is becoming more and more of a problem for farmers, and to bring a sense of calmness, to bring a sense of assurance, we're trying to bring them together. So the effort of both the police and the farmers can be brought together, so we can at least solve these problems, or do as much as we can to solve the problem of predial larceny. The meeting will be held at the St. David's Police Station at 5 p.m. on the 2nd of June.
When asked if the recent altercation between a farmer and an alleged thief involving a gun was one of the key reasons for the initiative, the inspector had this to say.
Well, the district had already decided to reform the program. We had already met. The turnout wasn't that great, so we decided to have another meeting, so that by then we are hoping to form the body, right, to identify executives and form the body. But no, the last issue that we are facing with the farmer who shot the perpetrator, have not been any influence in we putting together that meeting. So that meeting has already been in plan. But we want to make sure that we at St. David have a very active Farm Watch program and bring all the farmers together so that we can be a support to each other.
Inspector Daniel is encouraging all farmers and interested persons to come out and be a part of keeping their communities safe.
I would like to appeal to the farmers of the St. David's district to please turn out. Please come to that meeting. We want to make sure that we give you that support that you need. We want to work together with you. We want to ensure that we have that mechanism in place to collect all the complaints and information that can lead us to successful investigation as we go forward when we have experience of predial larceny and other issues relative to our farming community.
For GBN News, I am Rena Perry-Thomas reporting.
Entertainment is not only for musical or cultural enjoyment, it can be used as a platform for encouragement and enlightenment. And this is what Yvette Noel Sher, a renowned music publicist, sought to do when she appeared on Green's Music to the World program last Saturday, as we hear from GBN's training reporter Krista Campbell.
In numerous cultures, it is often said that big boys don't cry. Author and teacher Fiona Foreman holds a master's degree in applied positive psychology. Ms. Foreman commented on the issue of emotional toughness and restraint in the Irish Times. She conveyed, and I quote, "Traditionally, men were seen as being weak or unmanly in some way if they expressed themselves through crying." Yvette Noel Schur, a renowned music publicist, also made remarks about the matter during Saturday's edition of Green's Music to the World.
We always talk about, when a young man is growing up and they tell him, don't cry, stop that nonsense, don't do that. Mm-hmm. And then when the guy grows up to be this meanie, that could be abusive, and you go, well, what happened to him? Well, you happened to him. Mm-hmm. You put him in that,
She added that she works with Teeks, a New Zealand artist. Teeks recently released his album Something to Feel, which encourages both men and women to reconnect with their emotions.
He's just incredible. He's great voice, very, very deep voice, writes all his songs, really talks about emotions and that we should all have them, men as well as women. I think if I had to say anything about him is that he really believes that society has done a wrong on men, trying to tell them to hold on, don't show their emotions, He taps on that a lot and just say, feel free to feel, The name of his album is Something to Feel, and it's just a beautiful album. And I'm excited about working with him in America.
Krista Campbell, trainee reporter, GBN News.
And now we turn our attention to what has been creating a buzz on social media. Trelana Charles has been looking around the platforms.
This is Social Buzz, where we shine a light on the thoughts and concerns of our online audience. Minister of Health Nicholas Steele said vaccination will be mandatory for people wishing to attend sporting events, and if you are not vaccinated, you will not gain entry into the venue. This includes the upcoming T20 international cricket matches to be held at the National Cricket Stadium.
Are now looking forward to, as you will hear shortly, announcements with respect to fully vaccinated events, which is the beginning of us getting back to the new norm after COVID-19, which is us being able to gather, recreate as we are accustomed or as we remember, and getting back to that norm. We have cricket, football, entertainment. All of these are being considered because a significant amount of people are vaccinated, and therefore we can have those persons gather.
Our online audience gave their opinions on the minister's statement. Wendy commented it have enough space in the stadium. Let those who are vaccinated occupy one side and those who are not the other side. It's that simple. Stop depriving people of their rights and freedom. Another individual commented, would people need to be vaccinated to patronize the car dealership or the restaurant? Asking for a friend. Chanel added, Dear Parliament team, it is heartbreaking to see and hear your approach in having persons' freedom hostage by a vaccine that doesn't prevent the virus. Now look at this. They must be fully vaccinated to attend the upcoming cricket games. But they don't need to be fully vaccinated to be on Wall Street, 61 degrees west, or all those little places that have a crowd. I see. So, what's wrong with the wearing of their masks, contact information, and sanitizing on entry? Y'all are just looking for reasons to have persons take a trial vaccine. David commented citizens of Grenada should boycott all these games unless it is for everyone. People who don't take the vaccine don't have no rights. This individual commented, people won't lose out. The people holding the event are the ones that are going to lose, while the people who aren't vaccinated get to keep their money in their pockets. And D commented, what is wrong with this character named Steele? If I was in the streets, I would have used another word. Vaccinated to go to cricket? Stoops. That's it for tonight's Social Buzz. If you would like to have your thoughts and concerns shared, be sure to comment on GBN's Facebook page.
From the thought process to the visual impact, it's time to take a peek through the GBN eyesore lens.
A good eye captures all. GBN eyesore is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Clusters of yams take over tonight's GBN eyesore. Our citizen journalists dug up these moonshine yams and submitted two of the biggest ones. Of Grenada's variety of yams, moonshine yams have large roots with lots of legs. There is a red, white, and a purple version. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 4053052 or our other social media platforms. Still ahead, opposition leader Tobias Clement gripes about his office arrangement. This is News at 7. Stay with us.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, easy.
Yeah.
Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Introducing Color by Sissons. 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 Color by Sissons.
Having your CVQ qualifications is one of the best things you can do right now.
This course really helped me to build my confidence and have the ability to present.
I've learned a lot about customer service, a lot about etiquette.
So it's quite a learning experience, which I enjoy a lot.
Well, it really impacted my life at Digital. 6 months, I got permanent. I also got promoted to sales representative at a store. 8 months after, I got a next promotion at the corporate care.
You can find jobs within the CARICOM using your CVQ qualifications.
Don't let nobody tell you that you can't make it. No, just go forward and do what you have to.
Who are we? The National Training Agency.
Enhancing the employability of Grenada's workforce.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Trends come and go, but jewelry is forever in style. Give a gift that lasts a lifetime. Diamond Intercontinental have diamond jewelry, gold and silver jewelries, engagement rings, wedding bands, chains, bracelets, and so much more. They also carry brands such as Anne Klein and Guess. Why wait? Visit Diamond Intercontinental Jewelry Store at the Esplanade Mall. Call 440-231234. The number again, 232-1234.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Now is the time to treat yourself to a new Samsung A7 tablet for free. You heard me, free. Simply add your postpaid mobile plan to your new or existing all-in or all-in plus bundle and get a free Samsung A7 tablet. Now that's a real treat. So sign up today and add your postpaid plan to your home services to get your free tablet. Visit discoverflow.co for more information. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back. The opposition leader's pleas for better conditions at his official office have fallen on deaf ears for the past year, as there still have been no changes to arrangements made for him and his secretary. He's once again appealing for adjustments to be made.
About a year ago, opposition leader Tobias Clement said he was not comfortable with the accommodations at his office at the Parliament building at Mount Welldale, St. George. He is once more complaining about his dissatisfaction with the placement of his office and seating arrangements for his secretary.
When I became leader of Her Majesty's opposition, I was designated an office in the building here, just outside the door. My secretary was designated a cubicle just outside the office. And you know, I was a bit embarrassed last week when I had a visit from the Chinese ambassador. And the young lady had to sit outside. Now, the leader of the opposition, he should have been designated an office in this building where the secretary have her own private space. But as it stands now, she sits there with 1, 2, 3 other, and she cannot have a private conversation on behalf of Her Majesty's opposition.
During the sitting of Parliament on Friday, Clement delivered a dire warning to those in authority.
I said this morning, what goes around comes around. So the office of the leader of the opposition is there. And you know, there is going to be coming a point here in this country when if they want the office and the time comes for them to keep it, they may not want to keep it, you know. Because we ebb and flow. Today might be your day, but tomorrow might be mine. And we never know how things can turn out. Just let us do the right thing in this country.
Since Tuesday, 14th April 2020, Grenada's House of Representatives' once vacant seat of the leader of the opposition was filled by Tobias Clement. That office had been vacant since the 2013 general elections, when the ruling New National Party won all 15 seats in the House.
4 non-profit organizations on island have partnered to provide hot meals to persons with disabilities in Grenada. This act, undertaken on Friday, is to show love and appreciation to persons who are challenged. More in this report.
The Grenada Association of Professional Social Workers, Friends of the Mentally Ill, the Grenada National Council of the Disabled, and IGA Supermarket has collaborated to put smiles on the faces of persons with disabilities throughout the parish of St. George. In celebrating the month of May as Disability Awareness Month, the organizations distributed lunch to persons with all forms of disability in Grandance and the Tongue of St. George. Anne Graves, Vice President of of the Grenada Association of Professional Social Workers spoke about the initiative.
May is designated as the month of the disabled, and so we are marking the month with this event. Today's event is it's a luncheon, and so we are delivering food to those who are disabled in the community. We know this is a very difficult time, so what we've had caregivers coming in and picking up food, and some of our colleagues will be delivering at different point in St. George's. Yeah, so it is to raise awareness about the plight of the disabled people in our community, in our nation.
Graves said the initiative is one of many to come.
Certainly, this is just the beginning of an initiative where we're providing lunch. We're actually hoping to continue this, taking it to other parishes. As long as we can get other people to collaborate with us, and as long as we can get the food and people, yes, there are always people desperate for a meal, yes.
Camilla Brown, marketing personnel at IGA, says they are happy to partner with the NGOs to give back to the community.
We do have a relationship with Ms. Greaves and the Social Workers Association, so when she offered us to come on board with us, we of course said yes. So here we are. We're helping as much as we can, and hopefully the relationship will continue and we'll be able to do more for the community, because that's part of our motto, is community service development and things like that.
For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
Stay with us. The weather and sports are up next.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
for your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements, or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 for 18-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Fallage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
Once upon a time, we shopped at Wonderland, then Neverland. But we're all grown up now and no longer believe in fairy tales. So now we just shop at Shoes R Us. At Shoes R Us, we stock the latest in shoes, tops, and jeans for the fashion-conscious lady. We also carry colognes and much, much more. And for the modern trendy male, we have the latest brand name shoes and sneakers, Converse, Reebok, Nike, K-Swiss, Puma, and much more. So check us out at our two convenient locations, Melville Street in St. George and Ben Jones Street in Granville. At Shoes R Us, we say, come shop with us.
Pharmacy offers both wholesale and retail pharmaceutical and over-the-counter products. We have the most competitive and affordable prices. We are the agents for Vit Plus multivitamin for healthy everyday lifestyle and Sonatrogen powder. Hills and Valley Pharmacy supplies the best quality, name brand clinical products such as Rescue Oil, Bio Oil, Neutrogena, Aveeno, and Clarisil. We offer the most convenient opening hours. Our telephone numbers are 435-6904 or 6903. Remember, at Hills and Valley Pharmacy, your health is our business. We care.
Now open Hills and Valley Medicare Center, your one-stop for medical supplies, massage therapy, physiotherapy, and an in-house physician. At Hills and Valley, your health is our business.
Keeping an eye on the weather. This is GBN. We've got you covered.
Work has since begun on the Palms playing field in Birch Grove immediately following the sod turning ceremony on Thursday by the Ministry of Sports. Hanover Construction Company Limited has been tasked with resurfacing and drainage work on the most popular playing field in the community. Details in this report.
The Palms playing field is home to cricket clubs such as Beauregard United, Lower Capital Bombers to name a few, and is a central venue in Birch Grove for other sporting disciplines. Finally, after years of complaints of being waterlogged after heavy rain, with cricket matches abandoned and events cancelled, the Ministry of Sports has come to the rescue. Peter Cobblestone, project manager of Hanover Construction, which is tasked with the resurfacing and drainage work, outlined the scope of the project.
We're going to start with re-excavating and widening the perimeter drain, and then we're going to install over 300 meters of French drain. The French drain comprises of 2-inch boulders wrapped with geotextile material. When that's complete, we'll be going to regrade the whole playing surface by blending the topsoil with some 1/2-inch gravel.
Birch Grove has produced a number of national cricketers such as Preston McSween. Minister for Sports Yolambane Hosford, who is also the MP for the area, is hopeful that the field will be managed properly.
Developing this field here for recreation, etc., we must put management structure in place. I cannot leave my home every time to come here when I get a call that the field is in a state or the toilets are not clean. We cannot get the keys for the toilet. The lights are not working. I mean, come on. We have to get ourselves organized. You all have to unite. You all have to come together as a team and say, this is the structure we're going to put here to make sure that this facility is kept.
She urged members of the community to make full use of the facilities at the end of the project.
There's a lot that can happen. You have the lights now, so you can have activities at night. You have the basketball court there that we will be doing some repairs to, and netball. So those who want to play basketball and netball, they have the court there. I mean, some other areas are really, craving for things like that. There are some communities that don't have a playing field, don't have a basketball court, and So you have something here that everybody who wants to get into different types of sporting activities, they have the opportunity.
Coordinator of Sports, Colin Peters, said he is elated with the start of the project after being bombarded with complaints and requests by the MP and members of the community. I am Gerard Joseph for GBN Sports.
The River Road Invitational Basketball Championship continued on Thursday with 2 matches at the River Road Hardcourt. In Game 1, Spotlight Ballers defeated the Carenage United Generation 67 points to 44 points. Leading for Spotlight were Darrell Williams with 34 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists and 6 steals, and Nathaniel Williams with 11 points, 4 rebounds, 1 block shot, 1 assist and 1 steal. Game 2 saw Southern United defeat River Road Ballers 110 points to 59 points. Leading for Southern United were Jonathan Williams with 43 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists and 3 steals, and Travis Ranger with 24 points, 9 rebounds, 1 blocked shot, 3 assists and 2 steals. Southern United sit atop the table unbeaten in 5 matches with 15 points, with Spotlight Ballers second, 4 wins and 1 loss on 13 points, and Tornadoes third on 12 points. Troy Garvey, chairman of the National Organizing Committee for the hosting of 5 T20 matches in the Tour of South Africa, believes Grenada's ability to host these matches will play a significant role in sports tourism. He says it demonstrates to the world Grenada's ability to host an international event during a pandemic.
The intent here is to show not just the region but the world that Grenada as a venue, Grenada as a destination is ready and quite capable. When you look at our health dashboard at this point in time, it's, I'm sure, among the best in the world. When we can safely say we have 0 cases and the situation is well under control. And I think that is what persons are looking for. And this will serve as a perfect template, a perfect situation to show the world that, one, we can host an international event, we can show off the beauty of the country, we can let persons know that Grenada is safe and getting back to a state of normalcy rather rapidly, and most importantly, you are welcome to come. So the bigger picture here is Grenada, and not just the games, but the ability to showcase country, and that we are getting back to a state of normalcy and we are ready for business.
Grenada's Kirani James is continuing his journey to the Tokyo Olympics in August, taking on some of the top quarter-milers at the Diamond League in Doha. Kirani ran a season's best of 44.61 seconds, placing 4th in a highly contested matchup, which included a world-leading time of 44.27 seconds by Michael Norman. That's sports. Stay with us for a look around the region.
This is your One Caribbean hookup. A High Court judge has ruled that Indian fugitive Mehul Choksi cannot be immediately removed from Dominica and that he should be granted full access to his attorneys. The diamond merchant who went missing from Antigua and Barbuda on Sunday and was discovered 3 days later in Dominica is wanted for allegedly defrauding a bank in India of $1.8 billion. Antigua and Barbuda's Prime Minister Gaston Brown said the country does not want Choksi to be sent back and that it would prefer for him to be directly repatriated from Dominica to India. According to Dominica News Online, attempts by the police to charge Choksi with illegal entry were not successful, as the fugitive claims that he was kidnapped and brought to Dominica via a sail vessel on Sunday evening. The matter is still ongoing. However, after a hearing held Friday morning, a gag order restricting information or comment from being made publicly by the attorneys involved in the case has been issued. Meanwhile, after a proposed draft of the marijuana bill was leaked last week in the Bahamas, members of the Rastafari community are saying although the decriminalization of the drug is a step in the right direction, the failure to include their recommendations leave them not in full support of the bill.
I should recommend that the Rastafari sacraments should be respected and also protected, because it is a constitutional right. So that's for the Attorney General to acknowledge it and apologize also to the Rastafari community, and they show that the sacramental rights was something first and foremost they push out in front to give the Rastafari rights before they even table anything else in Parliament.
They say members of the Rastafari community should be given full access to the industry.
Definitely we want a stake within the industry. We've been the ones to suffer most, even though we agitate for everyone to have a fair stake, but at the same time the Rastafari community, no one on this planet has been brutalized over marijuana the way we are.
More than 80 candidates for next month's local elections in Mexico have been murdered. The president blames criminal gangs. The latest victim was running for mayor in a city in one of Mexico's violence-plagued states. Al Jazeera's John Hallman reports on how drug cartels and gangs are fighting for control.
When a local candidate in Tamuín, Mexico, filmed a video for the start of his campaign, he didn't expect this. But those shots summed up the major issue in the biggest elections in Mexican history. In a little more than a week, most positions in the country will be voted on, minus the presidency, and criminal groups are fighting to get their candidates into power, wiping out rivals. There have been more than 80 politicians killed during the campaign. This is the truck of Memo Valencia, running for mayor of Morelia on a security platform. He wasn't in it. But he himself was accused of involvement with the cartel when he was a mayor in one of Mexico's most violent regions 8 years ago. He maintains that there, clean governance is all but impossible.
There are municipalities with 3 cartels operating. Imagine the life of an official there, between a rock and a hard place. On the one hand, the presence of really dangerous criminal groups, and on the other, the indifference of the authorities.
That could go for many of the most violent parts of the country. But politicians aren't just victims. There can be benefits to siding with the criminals too. Power and money. In certain regions, it can seem like everyone's in on the game. Whoever gets into office in Mexico's violent hinterlands is likely to feel the threat and lure of organized crime. That can only be bad news for democracy and Mexico's citizens. John Holman, Al Jazeera, Michoacan.
That's it for your One Caribbean Hookup. I'm Chalona Charles. Thank you for joining us.
Topping the headlines, assailants escape with an undisclosed amount of cash following a robbery with violence at the Victoria gas station. Health officials tell parents and guardians to anticipate a shortage of childhood vaccines. Prime Minister vows to tackle sexual exploitation of children. And House of Representatives approve a remote working legislation that will allow non-nationals to be employed remotely in the state of Grenada. And around the globe, a High Court judge in Dominica ruled that an Indian fugitive cannot be immediately deported. While in sports, Palms, Plainfield and Birch Grove finally on the receiving end of drainage, construction and resurfacing. If you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at gbn.gd or on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Beverly Telesford. That's the news. Good night.